Greetings collectors and welcome to today's show. Today I'm taking a look back at a fast-paced side-scrolling shooter from 1991 for the Sega Mega Drive. In the UK the game was known as Gynoug, and in North America as Wings of War. The game is one of the earlier side-scrolling releases on the system, but how does it hold up today, and is it worth putting in your collection? Let's find out. First off, it's clear that the game suffers from a few of the generic traits of all side-scrolling shooters. Firstly, the backstory. The manual lets us know that we are on the planet of Icus, home of the Flying Men. You are Wor, a winged battlemaster with the power to hurl bolts of energy and control the forces of nature. At this time, an evil virus has taken over the planet, creating mutated creatures led by the Destroyer. You must fly from the belly of the beast to save your planet. As much as any shooter tries, the premise is almost always redundant. All you need to know is that it's you versus everything that moves. The box art is rather inspiring and reminds me of the scenes of the Hawkmen in the Flash Gordon movie. The rear of the box is well presented and the accompanying manual is very much fit for purpose. The cartridge is a classic Mega Drive shape and features the same artwork as the box and manual. The game itself plays very much as you would expect. A vast number of enemies attack in various formations as you proceed through the level. From time to time you'll be able to collect power-ups which either change your fire pattern or make your fire stronger. You're going to need these power-ups too. On occasions the enemy will rush you with a barrage of attacks. In these cases you just have to hunker down, hold auto fire and ride out the storm. It makes for a very tense section in these levels. For the most part, you'll simply use your skill to shoot down enemies and stay in the safe zones. One thing that caught my eye in this game was the use of a graphic method similar to Nintendo's Mode 7. Without going into too much detail, the Super Nintendo often boasted what was known as its Mode 7 capabilities. This is seen in games such as Super Mario Kart, where graphics appear to be freely rotating and scaling. In theory, the Sega Mega Drive didn't use this method of graphics processing. However, you can see in sections of the background that a similar technique was used to create a rotating background. Although not technically Mode 7, it's a good illustration of the flexibility of Sega's system. During each level, you will encounter a sub-boss. These tend to be large sprites that spew a ton of bullets at you. Similarly, you will also find the level boss at the end of each round. One thing that Gynoug gets right is the ability to keep your power-ups upon death. Although they are downgraded from their previous stats, you do not have to start from zero, as in some games of this type. I'm very pleased to see that the game developers use this method. Along the way you can pick up extra lives and also shield power-ups. Use these wisely though, as they are few and far between. I tend to use them exclusively on the boss battles. Overall, I was very impressed with the game. I've played a large number of similar games from the time, and most fall into the many traps of the genre as being generic and uninspiring. Gynoug, although not breaking the mould of the genre, does seem to have found its own identity and voice amongst the pile of 90s side-scrollers. It's different enough to stand out, yet not so different as to break what makes this type of game fun. So, onto the pricing. Here in the UK, expect to pick up a PAL region copy for around £5. However, for the US NTSC version, expect to pay between $30 and $60 for a complete in-box edition. The US edition features the Wings of War title and different artwork to both the UK and Japanese editions. If you're after a Japanese edition, then expect to pay between $40 and $70 for a complete in-box copy. That's around 20 to 50 UK pounds. Overall, I find it quite intriguing that the price difference is so large by region on this title. For the lower UK price, I'd say that Gynoug is worth hunting down. It's fast, fun, and delivers a nice pace of Sunday afternoon retro fun. For the US and Japanese editions though, going in excess of $30 for a complete in-box copy, I would think twice as there's so many other options in the 16-bit side-scrolling genre to choose from. Let me know in the comments your opinion of Gynoug or Wings of War, a hidden gem or just another generic shooter. Hello again, I hope you enjoyed today's show and thank you for the view. Remember, you can always comment, like, subscribe and find us on the social media sites below. Happy collecting!